This course taught me that there were consequences to David sleeping with Bathsheba and then murdering her husband Uriah to cover it up. So much so that the child that he had with Bathsheba died. David pleaded with the Lord and fasted with the Lord. This was a man that had a heart that was after the Lord, and he is pleading with God saying, please do not take my son. The course even talks about him petitioning with God and saying the words, who knows if the child will live if I petition with God. Like, David has hope that even though he fell short, God can still raise his kid back to life. But unfortunately, it doesn't come to pass, and his child does die. It's important for us to know that there are ramifications to every decision that we make, whether it's a good choice that pleases God or whether it is a bad choice where we are disobeying God. The Hillsdale College course was showing me that there are actually other people that will be affected by my sin, by the decisions that we make. In the David story, we see this theme continually thread throughout. There were consequences to King Saul choosing to disobey God again and again, which ultimately led to him being rejected as a king. And just as I said, there were consequences to David going against God's will and falling into sin. And listen, the Bible is alive and active today because there are consequences to you and I deciding to blatantly go against God's will and go our own way. And God doesn't want us to obey his word because he wants to confine us and make us like his slaves, but more so because God knows the path to life and freedom. And when we walk in accordance with his will, we follow his will, we follow his word, we follow what he's telling us to do, there is life and freedom that come as a result. I probably would have missed the context of these scriptures in the David story if I hadn't taken Hillsdale College's free course to help me understand it. They have over 40 free online courses that you can take, like Ancient Christianity, the Genesis story, and so many more. I've already learned so much through this course, and I can't wait to continue learning. If you want to learn more about this free course and the life of David, you can register for this free course at hillsdale.edu/Ashley, or you can comment Hillsdale and I'll send you a link to directly access the course yourself. And just remember, if God is telling you not to do something, whether it's through his word or he's warning you through your feeling from the Lord that you shouldn't do this thing, listen to that nudge. Listen to the word of God. Listen to what you feel God is telling you to do. Choose to obey God. Choose to follow his word, not out of fear of him punishing you if you don't, but because he is a loving father and he ultimately knows what's best.